How's it going, guys? So sorry for delaying this video. As you can tell, I'm having a hard time with my throat right now. This is actually the 5th day I'm having a sore throat. But since that they have made an announcement that roguelike 2, well, IS Integral Strategies 2, whatever you want to call it, it is called roguelike 2 because this is the second theme of roguelike. There's actually a third one that is coming down the road. CN haven't got it. We don't have to worry about it yet. But since that they made an announcement saying that this will coming on the 14th, I guess I just better ignore my sore throat and work on these videos ASAP. So today's video is really just an introduction to the whole roguelike thingy, since I know that many of you haven't really touched this thing and really don't have probably heard about it, but really don't know how everything in this works, because maybe you've seen people play the stages but not like the other stuff. So here I am to explain all these other stuff, and then when it comes to like going through the endings, how to build your teams and so on, like with different beginning squads and so on, I'll explain those in future videos, maybe in the Chinese version of the game, and then maybe some in the English version of the game as I play through them. So let us begin. So now I think we should begin with the tweet itself, since it did show us some information and some of the official translations. So as you can see on the screen now, this is the first picture, the first thing visual that they showed about this theme of the roguelike. As you can see, we will be getting candles and collisionous insight. These things are pretty much, the candles are for the reward, right? It is to reward you with like Longman Dollar, resources, materials, EXP, all those good stuff. And collisionous insight is more about like the permanent buff that you can level up as you progress through more roguelike, and then obviously you just get stronger over time. This actually is pretty good, but I'll explain more later on. And then here you can see you can consume the insight to permanently upgrade. It shows you like there's a reward thing, and then here's the Crimson Exhibition, which is pretty much just like all the things that you've collected, all the stories, cutscenes, all the visuals and all that other stuff, they'll be in there. And then you can choose difficulty. So castle sightseeing is obviously like pretty much a joke. If you can still get rewards, but you can't unlock some of the collectibles, which is an item that you can you can gain in game to buff your operators. Collectibles, I think it's still called. And then there's the normal mode, so formal investigation. This is what I would recommend to most people, because the hard mode, the calamity face off, is actually really hard. Even like no matter how good you are, how strong your team is, how strong your operators are, max level, max potential, all skill M3, if you're not lucky enough, you will still get screwed. That is how hard the hard mode is. So I would say just go through the normal difficulty, and then if you want some challenge, you can go for it. It doesn't really give you anything, no medals, no nothing. It is just harder for your entertainment. Now the second part, it is like recruitment. It shows you that you will select from you can select from squads that you begin with. You can select which type of team that you want to start, so they will give you 3 sets of fixed teams, and then you can go as your heart desires. So it will just give you random operators, like random classes to choose from, one of the 8. And then if you see these recruit tickets, recruit vouchers, you can recruit operators in your team, and these operators will mostly be based on your operators. So if your operator is E0 level 1, the operator that you recruit will be E0 level 1. If yours is E290, the first time you recruit them, they will be E1 max level, skill level 7. And then the second time, it will be E2 max level and then skill level, depending on how leveled your operator is. Then there's the hope system, just like last time. If you have hope, you can recruit operators. If you don't have hope, you can't recruit operators. 6 stars is 6 hope, and then to E2 them is 3 hope. 5 star is 3 hope, and to E2 them, that's 2 hope. 4 stars is 2 hope, and to E2 them, that's 1 hope. Now, leveling of the operators will be the same as yours, like I just mentioned. And then if you have to recruit them 2 times to E2 them. Now, that's pretty much it. Obviously, you can get temporary recruits that will be max level all that good stuff, but I don't really think you should consider them for now because it is pretty luck based. If you can get a really good operator temporarily, get it. That's nothing to say. Now, let's look at the main game now, the actual what is happening in here. So they obviously showed you all these stuff, but they haven't showed you one thing, and that is the monthly team. You can actually see in the tweet itself, there's actually a really vague hint at there's a monthly team. It's actually in there, but they didn't highlight it. So monthly team is like a monthly challenge team where if you do it, you will get some reward. And that's pretty much it. You just do it once every month, you get the reward, and you're out. There will be some chit chats hidden in there. You can go through them, but if you can't get it done that month, you don't have to worry, because as they release the next theme of roguelike integral strategies, they will just unlock all of these. So from January to like the first one to the 7th one, whatever I have right now, they will all be released, and you can still claim all the rewards and read through all the stories as you please. This thing is even later. Don't worry about it. That's too early. But monthly team, give it a try if you can, if you want to. Now, here's the main page, right? So the two main most important thing is the insight. This is where you can, as you can see, go through a lot of buffs. So you will actually just buff anything you like, because you have to go through all of them anyway. So increase attack, defense, HP, get more money at the start of the game, and then you will get a permanent buff. These are really good. And one of these permanent buffs will actually increase how many operators you can carry into battle, how many like operators you can deploy, and you can have like temporary HP. So this is like the final buff, which gives you 1 temporary HP every single battle, which is really nice. So you can like say, okay, I don't want to kill this thing because it's annoying to fight with my current team. Let's just let it go. You can do that. It's actually really good. So as you can see, you get the total buff over here. So you will pretty much gain these as you gain candles. So it is actually the same resource. So as you can see, I have up to level 140 now, but at the beginning, I think you only get up to 50 or 70-ish of this candle level. And then once you max out that, you cannot get more insight. So at the beginning, you can't even buff to the max level, no matter how hard you grind. You have to wait for them to unlock this monthly. The candles, as you can see, you just gain more candles, 400 candle per level. Every level, you get reward, D32, skill level books, 50,000 Loman dollar, EXP, like purple, gold materials, all that good stuff. You can get a lot of good stuff from this thing. I would recommend everyone to play this if possible. And then here's the collect. This is the record thingy where you can get like all your visuals or your collectibles that you've unlocked and gained. I've unlocked pretty much every single one of these collectibles. I haven't obtained 3 of them because these are basically luck. And then a lot of good stuff here. You can walk around as you go through. And here you can see difficulties. If you actually click on this question mark here, as when it unlocks for us, you can see what they do. So if you go into the sightseeing, you will get an initial buff, which makes the thing easy mode. You will get half the candle, and you can't unlock collectibles, but you will actually be able to complete monthly contract. What these are is that these are monthly challenge-ish things that will give you extra candles as you complete these missions. But even if you don't complete them, just play the game. You can ignore them and just play the game, and then you will get the candles anyway from just playing. So you can pretty much ignore this unless you want to speed run through the current level, but you don't have to, because you can just play it the next month or the month after. The reward will always be there. No rush. Don't think this is a must-do thing. I just happen to do it because I'm a huge addict. I'm just hugely addicted to roguelike. Now, so we click into start exploration. As you can see, there are a lot of squads. There's actually 10 of them. And as you complete each ending, there's actually a total of 4 endings. For us, it will actually begin with 3. So first of all, you will start with this squad only. As you can see on the tweet here, leader squad, everything else is locked. So you will unlock the remaining squads as you complete the requirements. So this is actually the one of the easier ones. Not the easiest. The easiest one is the other ones, but there's actually 4 easiest teams. But this is one of the easier squads. So you will gain 4 temporary HP every battle, so you can league 4 enemies without losing your HP. So this thing is your HP here. As you can see, I have 1 temporary HP as well from the permanent buff. This is your level for so as you complete battle and stuff, you will gain level for that run. This is your hope, and this is your money currency thingy. So 4 HP every battle, pretty good. These are all fine, but here's the main 4 squads that you want to be working with. So these are, you can start the moment you recruit these operators, they will be E2 immediately. So here's the Vanguard and Guard team, which is probably what everyone should start with if possible. Here's the Defender and Supporter team, Medic and Sniper team, Caster and Specialist team. Obviously, these 4, I would say Guard is probably the easiest because, you know, Arknights, but these 4 are all pretty good. I would say, especially after some operators that are releasing later on, all 4 of these are really viable and really easy. The remaining 6, especially somewhere near this one is probably the worst, I would say. But obviously you can complete all of them just like me. So that's, as an example, you can go into a squad like this, I would say. Maybe let's go Vanguard and Guard squad. So as long as you've reached level 3, so just reach it, you don't have to complete the 3rd floor, right? Just reach floor 3, you will get 3 random buffs. All of these will shuffle randomly. You don't always get good stuff. The best stuff is always to get 2 hope, personally, because more hope equals you can recruit better operators. Kettle is probably my 2nd favorite because, you know, 2 HP plus 1 hope is still pretty good. And this is, you know, the Kettle meme. I believe many people actually know it. If you experienced the previous roguelike, if you haven't, well, this thing is decent. A lot of people just get this, but 2 hope is personally my favorite. Then there's the which team to select. Now, usually I would recommend the left 3. So these 3 on the left are what I would recommend because you are guaranteed to have one of the E2s you want. So because I'm going with Vanguard and Guards, I would actually pick this team with a Guard, a Supporter, and a Medic. This usually gives me like the best start, so the most stable start. If I go with, like, you know, as your heart desires, what will happen is I will get Defender, Defender, Medic, or Defender, Medic, Medic, and I'm just fucked and I just have to restart. And you remember how I said you will get that random reward if you reached floor 3? Yeah, that thing's just wasted because there's pretty much no way you're going to be playing with Defender, Medic, Medic. So generally, I would recommend you go with one of the left if you want to be stable and you just want to clear it. If you want to have fun, go with this. Alrighty, that's pretty much it for now. So in the future, I will update more videos on this, especially going through like what kind of operators that you want to start with especially clearing each of the 10 squads if you might. Obviously the 4 E2 squads, so Vanguard, Guard, Medic, Sniper, Casters, and Medic, Caster. Medic, Sniper, Caster, Specialist, and Defender, Supporter. Those 4 squads, I will explain to you how you want to start with all 3 of these. And then I will also explain like how, well, the remaining... Okay, I'm going to be really straightforward. The remaining 6, I would recommend you start with either Summer Chen with one of these 2 groups, or I would recommend you just start with this one and get a Mountain. So yes, OP operators in roguelike are still OP. As you can see, I just used 2 hopes, and if I reach level 2, which is the first battle, I will get another 4 hope, which means I can get 2 6 stars immediately. That's why I would usually choose the 2 hope. Alrighty, that's really it for this video. I will keep updating more of these. This is just the beginning of my huge plan for spamming roguelike content because I'm just so addicted to this mode. So if you want to see more of that, subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Hopefully by then my throat is feeling a lot more better. See ya!